But like, when I see places that are like, oh, we're in our third lockdown, I'm like, I'm still in my first. I don't think I've left the house more than 10 times, and it's either because I was so depressed I had to get out of the house, or it was for doctor's appointments, or to get groceries. But I feel like I've never really opened back up and then closed again. So it's just really like bizarre to me to read all these other countries being like, oh, we had to close down again. We had to lock down again. And it's like, and America had shit leadership. I say past tense, but like, interesting. The United States of America has had interesting leadership in navigating COVID. I'm sure everyone has pointed and laughed. But like, I just kind of think like it's so naive to reopen and think that you can just go back to normal and that things won't get worse again when not everyone is vaccinated. Do you understand what I mean? It's just like, I just think it's such a naive idea. And I think people are really, really dumb for going out there and just doing whatever the hell they want. It's so selfish. It is the most selfish thing you can do at the moment, going out and like dating and meeting people, and like it's just absolutely blowing my mind that people can be so selfish and people can just care so little about their fellow human being. Most of my family right now is immunocompromised, not where I live per se, but my family in New Jersey is incredibly immunocompromised at the moment, where they have other conditions. And that's really tough. I can't even safely see my family because I don't want to put them in any kind of danger. I feel bad for all the students. I feel bad for myself in some aspects where it's like life is just supposed to look so different right now for all of us. But I'm feeling so tired nowadays about all of it and trying to navigate what the next step is for so many of us, because it's just so hard. Phase 3, haven't shut down again. Restrictions, definitely looser to an extent. We have a great governor who's super serious about COVID. That's great. I'm glad to hear people are taking it seriously. Interesting. Yeah, people partying, people going out, going on dates and like to bars and shit. I just don't get it. I don't get it, and I'm not even saying that hypocritically because I haven't gone out. I haven't really done anything besides go to socially distanced museum hopping one day, 2 days I think. But that's it. That's quite literally it. And it's just like, wear your fucking mask. Stay away from people. You don't have to go out. You don't have to. I promise you that you will be fine if you don't go out. It is tough on the brain. That is something I think we all have to understand. And because I got a lot of interesting DMs when I called people out for going out partying, dating, doing things in the middle of this pandemic. And people were like, well, how do you expect me to survive with your mental health? I'm like, well, I would really hope that you prioritize you. And that you would also prioritize the physical health of yourself. But there's also am I the only one who doesn't think like this in regards to okay, I can either please myself or I could please the rest of the world. And my brain is I'm going to please the rest of the world, which is probably not a healthy mentality, so don't take a page from my book in that regard. But I'm oh, I can help more people by staying inside? Okay, I'm going to stay inside. It's not that hard. Does that make, oh my god, I'm going insane thinking about it. I keep trying to psychoanalyze these people who are putting people's lives at risk and just don't care. Yeah, and I think that there is a way to, and I've done it. I've gone and I've seen Joshua, and we've been distanced in places that are deemed safe, and we've gone to like parks and museums where there's literally nobody else like running around. And it's just like, I don't know, my idea is that this would all be over if everyone just stayed inside for a little bit. And therefore, your mental health maybe wouldn't suffer so bad, because if we all stayed inside, just get it over with, it'll all be fine. We'll get vaccinated. It's just like, don't be stupid. Don't put people's lives at risk. It's not fair. It's not kind. And as somebody who really does struggle with their mental health, like literally Exhibit A, I'm not doing well today. You're going to be okay. You need to find one thing each day to look forward to. Maybe that's a privileged point of view. That's what helps me. Obviously, everyone's brains, their hearts, we're all different. For me, it's like, okay, I need one thing to look forward to per day, and I'll be fine. I won't be great, but I'll be okay. There are people who are separated from parents, from siblings, from... I knew spouses that were separated at the beginning of this, because our industry has a lot of traveling, and if you're a grip, if you're working in sound, if you're working in makeup, like you and if your partner, if your spouse, if your life romantic partner also works in film, they might work on a different film than you, and you're like, okay, so I'm working on this movie in Australia, and you're working on this movie in the United States, and we get separated. It's just so, like, just... It's just so tough. I don't know. I feel like I ranted, and it probably didn't make any sense. But it's just been really hard recently, knowing that my family is being affected by so much of it. So it's just like, y'all need a little dash of perspective. You just need a little bit of perspective, and I think it would shift so many people's mentality about this, and maybe cause them to change their minds and stay the hell inside, because it's not hard. It's not hard. It's tough, but it's not the end of the world if we stay inside. Because if we don't stay inside, let's be honest, 2020 had me thinking 2021 is going to be a post-apocalyptic film. But it don't have to be. Let's just be nice to each other, and the best way to be nice to each other is by wearing a mask. And not going outside. I'm not going to explain myself again. There are people like, but didn't you go to a museum? I literally just explained that. I'm telling you, you don't need to go to parties. And every time I go out, I'm wearing a mask. I don't think anyone outside these four walls has seen the bottom half of my face in person. Yes, mask over the nose, baby. Come on now. Come on. Let's not be those people. It's not that hard. And if you stay inside, maybe you'll get to see West Side Story in a theater. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm just saying. I can't wait to get vaccinated. I've never been more excited in my life to get a needle, 2 needles, a month apart, in my arm. I've never been more excited, actually. So please stay inside so that we can see What's that story in the theater. Anyways, I gotta go. anyone remember what time I put this on my body? Does anyone remember? Because I personally don't. And kind of nervous. So I don't remember. 4:38? Okay, 4:38. So at 5:38, I'm going to take it off. And then I'll show you all. It'll be fun. I love you all very much.